Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ranting Raving Podcast. I am your host, Pink Lee, and today I have a very special guest with me.
COUNTY KRAVITZ.
COUNTY KRAVITZ.
Yeah, man.
Tell them who you are and what you do.
Man, that's really tough because I just stay out the way. I kind of like stay out the way until it's time to pop out and do something. So I'm just a man of the shadows now. Like
Man in the
legit.
shadows. Shadow man.
Shadow man. Shadow Krav.
Well, Kravitz does a lot. COUNTY KRAVITZ does a lot of different things. We actually just went to Sunrise Vibes, which was an event that he just
Sunset Vibes.
Oh, Sunset
We should
Vibes.
do something in the morning with breakfast and call it Sunrise Vibes.
You got to get Boogie Mandela because he got the sunrise.
No, that's
vibes.
definitely
You know?
your wave. Some pancakes, waffles, all that good
we can
stuff.
do infuse. You know, we infuse. Pink Drinks infuses everything.
Hold
so
on,
we want to
time out.
infuse it.
You're infusing pancakes?
Yeah, we can infuse anything.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk.
Yeah, we can
gotta
infuse
talk.
anything.
We gotta talk.
And you know, I don't know, y'all don't know yet, but I do a pineapple peach mango pie, and I infuse those as well. So
Pineapple peach mango pie.
Oh yeah, they're coming in the fall with the honey dip. So y'all stay tuned for
Interesting.
that. And I also do a sweet potato pie and a
Now you talking my language.
and a cinnamon roll crust. Like mini pies and cinnamon, yeah. So I'll be getting in. Yeah, I always could cook, but I just hopped in my bacon bag. So those are definitely appropriate
Repeat that
for
last
breakfast.
one again?
It's sweet potato pie. They're mini sweet potato pies, and they have the cinnamon roll crust. Yeah, so we don't do the pie crust. If I do pie crust, I do homemade pie crust, but we do the cinnamon rolls with the sweet potato.
I'm ordering
stuff.
10 of those.
Yeah, they'll be available in the fall. But I think that would be dope to do like some type of sunrise vibes. That might be fun. It should be like from a party the night before and carry over.
It should.
Yeah, it
We
should
have
carry
some
over.
type of lockout situation.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Those remind me of church.
I know the old lockouts at church. Oh my goodness.
That reminds me of
Good
church.
times,
so
good
bad.
times, good times.
Wild
Good times.
times.
Praise him.
If you know, you know. If you grew up in the church, so you know,
He knows all. You understand what I'm saying? He was there.
Crazy times, y'all. Crazy times. But we are going to review the event towards the end of the episode. We're going to get into the sunset vibes. And it was definitely a good time. Pink Drinks was in the building. It was a great time. And speaking of Pink Drinks, shout out to our sponsor, Pink Drinks. We've got the Toxic Tea here, the Cold Green Knockout, and the Strawberry Red. Tequila Red, Strawberry Red. Y'all keep renaming my drink. Got me confused. We will be available at more places than you expect coming up, so you guys keep an eye out at your favorite local bar, wherever you are. Just keep an eye out because you never know where you might see Pink Drinks. Okay, but until then, you guys can order, as you know, on Instagram at PINKDRINKKS, and you'll be able to either click that order and click the link in the order form, or you can just DM me, or you can email Book by Pink Lee with 2Ks. So, you know, those will be the ways. And as you guys know, August is almost over. So those jugs for a dub will be over at the end of August. Start September 1st. There's no more jugs for a dub. They are back up to $30.
What's a jug for a dub?
So it's just jugs about this big, and it's full of whatever pink drink flavor you want. It's been $20 all summer.
Oh, I'm gonna have to give me one of those before the summer out.
Yeah, they definitely a good look. It's for, I would say, from like 2 to 4 people.
Well, that's good for me.
Yeah, like depending on how you greedy you are. Some people might get like 3 cups and be like, okay, you get a little sip.
That sounds like good, perfect for a beach day.
Yeah, something like that.
Like
exactly.
I would take that to the beach and I would sip on that all day.
All day, yep.
As if I were 2 to 4 people.
Right. You know? As if I was doing exactly. I love that. But make sure you guys tap into Pink Drinks. So as you know, every episode we went back in time from the beginning of Words of Wisdom. We're now on episode 92. As you guys know, we're taking a break until October. So starting in October, we will have Words of Wisdom back. But until then, we've been taking a small break. So we've been going back in time. So we are going backwards. We're on episode 16, which was try something new. In this episode, I encourage you guys to try new things that you've been wanting to do. Stop like being scared and stop letting fear get in your way and insecurities, and just do it. Like, stop being afraid to try new things. Everything that's with you don't. So when we don't change, we don't grow. So as we're growing, we're changing, and as we're changing, we're trying new things, trying new ways, different things like that. So when you're doing those things, that's the way that you're able to progress and to grow, by actually trying new things. And I think in the episode I even said something like, try that new person. You know what I mean? Just because sometimes we get stuck, not even relationship wise too, but just friendship wise, we get stuck with these friends that we claim are day ones, or we've been friends forever, and we know good and well that we have nothing else in common, that we've outgrown each other. Try something new. Try to talk to somebody new. Try to see if you can, form a new friendship. I don't go by that no new friends mentality. I believe that I just always have open arms, and I just use my discernment. But, don't just try something new. Do you have anything to say about trying something new? Any advice? Have you, anything?
Yes. Life is about possibilities, right? And possibilities are only created in moments. Right? And if you don't try anything new, then the moment where the possibilities can be endless are not going to be available to you. So try new things. Enjoy the moment, but at the same time you're enjoying the moment, look at what possibilities can come from that moment, and then continue to go, or like you said, use your discernment and then not go. You know what I'm saying? But trying, there's no failing when you're trying. There's no such thing as failing when you're actually trying something, because you don't know.
Because you don't know.
You can't be held accountable for what you don't know. But the moment you know is the moment you could be held accountable.
Right.
So try as much as you can, so that way you can know, because if you know better, you do better.
See, that was great. That was actually very insightful. And if you guys didn't catch that, well, there was a couple gems in there. So if you didn't catch all of them, I want you to run this part back and then catch some of those gems, because he just definitely dropped a couple gems on you guys that could be vital for your everyday life. So make sure you tap in. And you guys let us know in the comments. Let us know. What do you guys think about trying new things? Because I know a lot of people are just stuck in their ways. A lot of people are stuck in their old, bad habits, old ways, whatever. Some people are scared, insecure, whatever. But try something new, and let us know if you have tried something new, if you're about to try something new, if you recently tried something new and it worked out for you, didn't work out. We don't care. Let us know, because we want to know about you. All right. So we're about to get into our wild card portion of the show. All right. We're going to let County Kravitz go first, because he is our guest.
So I just pick a card, right?
Yep.
And then, your top 5 most influential entertainers from Philly.
Ooh. That one was first. That's
that's wow.
So we said entertainer, so you could do like sports, acting, activists, singers, rappers. You can do anything. So yeah, I felt like that left it a little open.
Okay. 5. That's tough, because I don't really listen to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you the people that I do check for. Entertainers, entertainment wise, to get a show, to get something from what they're doing. We'll start at number 5. And I'll put them in order for you.
Okay,
we'll start at number 5, right? And, he's here, but we'll start with Boogie Mandela.
Okay.
Because when he has a show and I know I can make it, I'll show up because I know I'm making a show. Facts. Like the last show we was at, where was that? Where was that last show he was at? The one with Senator 205 and all of them?
Oh, that was Hotbox.
The Hotbox.
The Hotbox.
You know what I'm saying? I know what I was getting. I know what I'm getting when I go and see a Boogie Mandela show. So we'll take that. We're also gonna go with Donnie Casino. He's an upcoming artist. You know what I'm saying? But he has tons of energy that is contagious. I
love people like that.
That's 4. Wow, this is tough.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Tough. I guess I'll add myself at number 3.
Okay.
I'll add myself there at number 3. Be a little narcissistic.
A little narcissistic. No, we not gonna call it narcissism. We gonna call it self-love.
All right, self-love. We'll self-love it. Yeah, that's self-love. We'll self-love that. Number 2. Wow, this is really tough. you know what? This year, I'm actually looking forward to. Well, they have to go at the same time. Tyrese Maxey and Saquon Barkley. They're like my two. I'm looking forward to Saquon Barkley entertaining us here in Philadelphia. But I love watching Tyrese Maxey's basketball. Saquon Barkley is football. Okay. I love Tyrese Maxey. Like I don't care if Embiid's not there. I don't care if he's the only one on the court. I'm entertained. And then number one, I gotta give it to Petey Crack, man. I gotta give it to Petey Crack. Petey. I gotta give it to Petey, man. He's my number one entertainer because I feel as though, I don't know, he's just my favorite Philly legend.
Yeah.
He's just my favorite, and so anytime he pops out, I'm going.
I can see that. He is like super entertaining, and his music is like I don't know, it's like full of character and life, like, and it's kind of, I can see that.
He his trajectory, man, like it was he shouldn't even be in Philadelphia.
So wait, you put Petey over Free?
Heck yeah.
Petey over Ness?
By far. What? All of them.
I don't know about Ness and Freeway just because like Ness got the melody. He'd be like,
no. Don't get me wrong. That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? Ness is my bro, but we talking about being entertained.
You just feel like more entertained by PD.
I learn more. How about this? I learn more from Ness than I am entertained by Ness.
Okay, I can see. That makes sense. No, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's kind of why I don't like. Well, I not don't like, but feel weird about the top 5 list because with top 5 lists, you got to think about like it comes down to categories past that because it could be like top 5 best rappers, and then you could be like, oh, well, I like this rapper for entertainment, storytelling, bars, cadence, flow. Like it's so many different categories. So I guess I could see it like in terms of just entertaining. Yeah,
just entertaining, being entertained. Like I just, it's the cadence. It's the voice. It's the being able to the English and the Spanish, Spanglish. You know what I'm saying? Doing all of that. It's just it's captivating. It's captivating.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's kind of like different, I guess, an original for that time. Like he wasn't a whole bunch of people doing that. I'm not gonna say nobody was doing it, but
nobody was doing it.
Yeah, I'm about to say him.
Like even his high pitched voice, his flow, like that's Listen to Meek Mills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
You hear Petey Crack, and you hear Petey Crack in just about everybody.
Yeah, whether we believe it or not, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you really sit down and listen to it, a lot of it are, our mainstream people that, you listen to him.
That's true.
And I think he got some of the most fire songs, crossover-wise, transcending songs with Neo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
he was on there with Neo.
It's Petey, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Petey Crack. Petey, I'm gonna hit you up.
Ring. It's that right there. Ring.
The Mac go ring. We're gonna hit you, PD. See if you want to pop out on the show, and I'm gonna hit you up.
Yeah, we gotta get Petey Crack over
Shout out to PD. Shout out to PD Crack. So we're about to get into the next wild card. It's on me to choose.
Yep, it's on you.
Let's see. My nails. All right. In the service industry, is it ever appropriate to ask for a tip? No. I say no. And I say no because there's so many ways, like serving. I've served, right? I've been a server, and like there's so many ways to go about it without asking for a tip. There's so many other questions to ask besides where's my tip, or can I have a tip, or can I get my tip, or whatever. There's so many other questions. I have been in a situation like that where I kind of was just like, were you satisfied with the service? And they were like, yeah, you were great, amazing. All this. Like, love it. Love you so much.
It must have been of the lighter complexion. That's the lighter complexion phase.
No, it was our Get out of here. It was our extended cousins trying to play me. Okay. That's our extended cousins, them folks. Man. They was trying to play me. And so what ended up happening was I was just like, oh, that's funny. I was like, they were like, why? What's wrong? I was like, nothing. It just wasn't reflected that you were satisfied in the tip. That's all.
Oh, wow.
And everybody, and I promise you, it was a party. Everybody in that party starts all this, and I left. I got my tip over what I was supposed to get, over my 20%, because I spoke up, but I didn't I don't ask people for money. I don't like ask for money. So like whether I worked for it or not, I'm not asking. If I worked a job for money, I'm demanding my check if I don't get it. It's just give it to me.
Right.
If I'm serving or I'm waitressing or whatever, then it feels like for me, I could just be like, dance around it. Right. Instead of asking. But what do you think? Do you think it's ever, and that's just not serving, it's any service industry. Do you think it's okay to ever ask for a tip?
Nah, I when you're serving, right? In any industry you're serving, like your job is to serve. Mm-hmm. Tips are extra. You know what comes with the job that you're doing, right? So put your best foot forward. If you get a tip, you get a tip. If you don't, you don't. It's kind of like, you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of probably like judge people. Sorry guys, I know I'm not supposed to be judgmental and I'm working on it, but I judge people who don't tip well because I do. It's the culture of the US. Now if you're in other countries, that's not always a thing. Like in Japan, you're actually like not allowed to tip. Like it's actually looked at as disrespect, right? There's just other countries where it's just not a thing. But in the US, we know it's a thing. So if the culture of the restaurant, if you go outside and you sit down somewhere, the culture of the restaurant is to tip at least 15%, at the very least, right? However, I do feel like the other side, as a server, you should also know that even though that's the right thing to do and what you're supposed to do, people do not adhere to those rules. And so it's America, right? There's laws that are not being followed, rules are not being followed. So you need to go to a place where there is a standard of people who come in there who you don't have to worry about. Like, don't go, if you're trying to, like, if you're going to get mad about people not tipping you, don't work at Applebee's. Right?
Yeah.
Or don't work at Chili's or like Fridays because you're not going to get tipped every table. You're not going to get tipped every 2 tables.
Legit.
It's going to be like less. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's going to be
like $60 after 8-hour shift.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous.
Which is crazy.
Which is crazy. But if you work at somewhere like, I don't know, say somewhere more schwanky downtown, then you know that more than likely you're going to be able to get tipped and make your money. So I think it goes on to as people, we need to do better with just like adhering to the culture that we're in. And if you're in a restaurant, sit down restaurant, then the culture is to tip. And as a server or a service industry person, you need to be working at a higher caliber establishment so that way you can actually get what you feel like you deserve. Because if not, you just going to be mad. You're going to be so mad because they're not going to tip and then you're going to be mad. But I think we've come to the agreement that the important thing is do not ask for a tip. For me, it feels like begging.
It does.
I feel like if I feel like I have to actually ask for a tip, I don't care if I just cut your hair, shined your shoes, I don't know, shined your tires, whatever I just did. I'm not asking you for a tip, but I also put my best foot forward and I do my best in everything that I do. So I don't know. I think it's just, whatever. But you guys let us know in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you think it's ever an appropriate thing to ask for a tip in any service industry? Let us know in the comments because we'd love to hear from you.
Well, real quick, I'm not tipping my barber nothing because they done up their prices. So they didn't got they tip. They tip is included with these new inflated barbershop prices. Now? I went to the barbershop, right? I took me and my son to go get a haircut. Say, how much did it cost you for you and your 8-year-old child to get a haircut? Just ask me.
How much?
$75.
What? That's crazy.
I look good. We look good though, walking out there, John.
You better.
But you wasn't getting no tip, brother. Your tip was in the handshake. Thank you. I see you probably never again, but thank you for making me look good for the moment. I ain't even get a haircut before Sunset Vibes.
$75.
I was not paying $50 for a haircut. I just wasn't doing it.
Crazy.
And I wanted to be fresh. I was like, you know what? They're gonna have to love me as I am. This is like church. Come as you are. You understand what I'm saying? Brush it down. Grease. Do-rag. You see, I had my do-rag on for like 8 hours before the show. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it.
It was
brush it down. Throw that thing on top. It'll lay.
It was something that well, I didn't know that haircuts were that high.
Yeah,
so
they getting there. They
barber. I mean, but you know what? I should have
$40,
expected. I'm like locked, so like I don't really deal with shops. But I know girls complain about like weave prices and stuff now too. So it's probably just the industry. Like the whole cosmetic industry is getting high.
Yep.
I think I went to get my eyebrows done yesterday, and like I'm not used to paying any more than like $7 to $10. That's just
crazy.
like. No, that's just for that's
not bad.
Yeah, that's normal for me. Like I'm okay with that.
You said lashes, right?
No. Just
the eyebrows. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do like lashes. I only put them on for like special events, podcasts. I need to be able to rip these off. I don't wear makeup every day.
I feel you.
No makeup every day.
But the eyebrows 7 to 10.
But the eyebrows 7 to 10. Cool. I go up there yesterday. It's 13.
That's crazy.
I said okay.
That's crazy. That's a $3 to $6 increase.
Yeah, but it's crazy because it's the same wax. It's the same. Like, there's no reason for the increase. Yeah. I'm not understanding.
It's crazy.
But
it's like getting pedicures.
Oh yeah, pedicure and manicures.
Like $37 the other day. I used to pay $22.
That's actually kind of on the low end. Where'd you go?
Just for a pedi?
Yeah, now post COVID. Yeah, like during COVID, there was this big thing with like the nail salons overcharging. Yeah. That's why I started learning. I do my own nails and my own toes. Yeah. I learned how to do it over COVID.
I gotta learn how to do my own toes. It feels so good doing somebody else. You just like, oh.
Yeah. No, I do my toes and I do my man's toes because I know that it does. It's like a relaxing. It's like a relaxing type of thing. So I get it.
I find a girl that want to play with my toes. I got nice toes, but I find a girl that wants to play with them and like. Do him and all that. Oh, we might get married.
You just gotta find a girl who likes to cater to him. I like to cater to my man, so you gotta be like, you know what I mean?
They all with dudes that like don't got jobs in the PS5 for the most part.
You
gotta really search for them.
Crazy.
Seriously,
it's
all the good girls
for me.
All the good girls got a dude with no job in the PS5.
Ladies, we need to do better.
It's tough out here in these streets, man.
Ladies, we need to do better for ourselves if we're settling for PS5 and unemployment check.
No, statistics
and
don't
probably
lie.
Not even an unemployment check. Probably
they not getting an unemployment check.
Yeah, they just there.
They just there. They just there.
Running up your electricity bill. Get yourself
dropping
together.
Off some love every other night. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Get yourself together, ladies. We can do better.
It's wicked out here.
All right, it's on you to pick the next one.
Let's get it. Ooh, this is a great one. Should we normalize women proposing to men? No. I'm getting on them D's in front of me, in front of my friends. Have me out here embarrassed. I might just say no, just to keep my manhood. No. Would you be
embarrassed in front of my friends?
Like, think about it. Like, really think about it, though. Like, we outside. Like, put it in perspective. We outside, right? Women, y'all extras, so y'all gonna make sure all my friends is there, my family is there, and then y'all gonna get on one knee with a ring and be like, will you marry me? You know what my family is gonna say to me?
Right.
They gonna look at me crazy. Not even that you're proposing, but the fact that I haven't proposed to you yet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's gonna look like you tired of waiting for me.
Yep.
That's a bad look on me. You supposed to make me look good, baby. Don't raise no question marks out here.
I agree wholeheartedly with you. I agree. I feel like I asked this questions to someone before, and I don't think they like. I feel like they were trying to just be like politically correct and weren't trying to like, hurt female feelings. But in this podcast, and I know girls, I love you, but I come hard for women because I feel like as black women and women in general, we need to do better for ourselves. And so I will call out or choose topics sometimes that may feel like I'm coming for queens, but I'm not coming for you guys. It's only things that I've maybe seen in myself that I've changed or am changing or something like that. Or that I see so common that I feel like I need to speak on it, and this is my platform to speak to you. Thanks. So it's never that I'm coming for you. It's just that, or that I'm a pick me or whatever they call them. It's just more that I feel like we are superior, right? And we can, yeah, I feel like
you want the right track. Y'all are superior.
So no, we are in some ways though. So I feel like this goes down to masculine and feminine energy, which we all both have both, right? Like men and women both have masculine and feminine energy, but I feel like divine feminine energy, women don't step into it enough. Because I think the thing I see on the internet now the most is people always say they've been in survival mode. So that's why they're like, they can't step into their feminine energy because they're so used to having to survive and be so. Yeah, I kind of feel like it is too. I feel like there are some cases though where it probably is. That's the case.
But
like
usually those choices, they made choices that put them in those situations.
Right. So, and I agree with you there. But I feel like sometimes some girls probably had it from their whole life. Like there's some extreme cases, but it's so little that it really doesn't count. Like that percentage is so small.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like something like that in the greater. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I feel like when we just got to hold ourselves. So I would say like right now I picked that because I see it so much. Like I see so many memes about it, conversations about it, and to me it's very silly. We're not in our feminine energy when we're like doing something that a man is traditionally known to do. Get on one knee, and because a man leads the household, so how are you deciding that he's ready for the household? You know, like you're like deciding for him, and I feel like that's not fair because then if you're like. If you're depending on him to provide or like wanting him to lead and he's not ready, but you're on your knees asking him, then you're putting him in a position where he might just say yes out of like fear that he's going to lose you and then really not be ready, and then everything crumbles in the end. So it's just like not in the natural order of things, in my opinion. And I don't think that I don't think we should normalize it. No, I don't think it should be a thing. I just really, I don't know. It makes me like cringy a little bit, just like
the girl did it at the Olympics. Did you see the runner? She ran. She did her situation, and I even think she lost or something like that. She got like she lost like silver at bronze or something like that. But she went right to the stand and proposed to her husband. You know, they were from another country, and he said yes. He was excited. He was like this, like you know how like girls are like, yeah.
Well, like, yeah, because that was a low role reversal.
Yeah, that was a, you know, I just think that when it comes to this whole proposing thing, that's most marriages fail because the man wasn't ready to get married in the first place. So now you're putting him in a position, you got him in front of his family. They might look at him as a leader of his family. So if he doesn't say yes, in a sense, it's like you're saying you're not a leader. And then that translates into your family life, friendships, other relationships. Yeah. So I nah.
And mental health as well.
Yeah. Then
like
don't
now
surprise
you feel all
me.
this unnecessary pressure for what?
Yeah, I don't need that. Like I don't need
it's
that.
A lot. And
it's already pressure enough being in a relationship alone in 2024. Like
why do you say that though? Pressure. Why do you? I just want to hear more. Like that's interesting. You said that. Why do you feel like there's more pressure?
Just because we're exposed to more. I think because I can wake up at 3 a.m. and I can look at a variety of different women that I may be attracted to. That can really mess up like who it is, the relationship I got with the person that I'm actually laying next to.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
because you're looking on the internet, you're going based off of perception. Perception is not real, so you want your girl to act a certain way that you're seeing online or that you're, you know, stuff like that, and that's not reality.
It's not reality.
Like it's content.
Yeah.
It's scripted.
Yeah.
This is real life. You know what I'm saying? So I think we get lost in perception and away from our realities, you know, nowadays in relationships.
I love that you said that. I love that you really love that you said that because I didn't like make this a topic, but maybe I should have. But I was like listening to someone. It was like someone in a conversation, kind of like with their great grandmom or grandmom or something, and they were like saying like how the relationships lasted so long back in the day before the access, right? Not only access to other people and other women, other men, but access to each other.
Facts.
Because somebody might go to work at 6 a.m., right? And they don't come home till about 6, 7, 8 p.m.
Yep.
And you didn't have no cell phone to talk to that person.
Facts.
You couldn't just call and be like, "Hey, I miss you," or
Legit.
"Hey, what you doing?" or "Hey, what are you doing?" or like whatever. Like,
see your location.
Yeah, let me see your location, which is so toxic. It's so toxic.
Ask for my location. I'm not gonna be there no more.
Yeah, that's so. I feel like that's such a toxic thing. But that she was saying like how she actually had a chance to miss her husband. Her husband had a chance to miss her.
Yep.
So by the time they got, even though she was at home cleaning all day, by the time he got home, like 8, 9, 10 hours later, she was happy to see him. Yeah. And they didn't have all this intrusive, like, little things to nitpick with each other about, like, you posted this, or why are you looking like this? Like, there's so many
like
things.
That picture?
Right. Or, and I know this is wrong. I don't agree with this. This is not right. But there's so many, like, men who had like other families and like mistresses and things and other things like that, and they had them on the side, but no one knew because there was no social media to blast. So like, I don't agree with that, but I'm just saying,
it's peace. if a man has a mistress, like peace, that means that you're not his peace. That means you're his heart, not his peace.
Y'all heard that? Cause that's something.
I've never like, I used to be. I don't call myself a cheater. I wouldn't call myself a cheater in my 20s, but I've cheated. But I've cheated for peace. You know what I'm saying? It's just the extra stuff comes with it. You know, I bet we hanging out, we're together, we probably drinking, things happen. You know what I'm saying? So the sexual part of cheating for most men is extra. Most men are looking for peace. They're going to come home to you, but they're going to get their dose of peace that's going to be able to last them while they're looking at you and dealing with your nonsense.
But why? So I feel like, why not? So number one, I feel like, why not just like confront the person that you're with?
Because you probably already did.
They do. So
women
if they
don't listen.
Yeah, they don't listen, but eventually they do. Well, I'm not gonna say not all of them. Not all of them.
Most of them. Most women don't listen.
Most majority of women don't listen. I agree with that. But I'm saying, like, I think it's also the way that it's said to them. Cause like, I feel like my significant other puts things in a way. Well, he'll say it to me and then I'll be like, what? And then he'll say it to me and I'll be like, I kind of get it, but what? And then he'll just like eventually get it like to a place where I can understand it. He'll put it in like my terms, so then I get it. And I'm like, oh, this is like something I shouldn't do. He doesn't want me to do this, or he's annoyed when I'm doing this. So let me like try my best to stop doing that. Yeah. But it also comes from a female having to want to make the effort to change, because if you as a person don't have make the effort, but I feel like I just refuse. I was in a relationship for a lot of years where I was super unhappy. I refuse to ever be like just stuck in a relationship unhappy. I will not. I won't do it.
But most men that cheat aren't unhappy. Like that's
but they're cheating, so there's got to be some type of unhappiness.
No, there's just something uneasiness. Uneasiness and unhappiness are two different things.
No, I get that. I agree with that.
I can love you and you not be my peace.
I feel that, right? But I feel like if you really love this person, and it would if you really love this person, you don't want to have to cheat on them, but this other person is your peace. Why not try to get it to where? Why not put your all into working on the relationship to where this person can be your peace?
Well, most men know the women that they're dealing with, and they know what their women are and are not willing to change about themselves. And
I feel like with that's a signal to leave, because if a person is telling you, hey, this is affecting my mental health, this is disturbing my peace, I can't set any more boundaries for you, just keep walking all over them. Right. If someone is literally crying out in this relationship saying you are not, I don't even want to be around you. I love you to death, but I don't want to be around. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm different, but if a man tells me that shows signs that, I'm going to be so frustrated. What am I doing wrong? What do I need to change? Or what do I need to up or down? You know what I mean? Just to find out how can we resolve this?
Women do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. So I can tell you a million times something.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it until you want to do it. And men, we know that. So we're not going to continue to keep telling you, because then now that's going to make us want to leave. We'll be unhappy. It's kind of in a sense where we're protecting our happiness with you by finding an outlet that allows us to come back to you. You know what I'm saying?
You, but when the outlet is exposed, then the person that you love is ultimately hurt so much.
But they're only hurt because at that moment, when women get cheated on and they get hurt because their man cheated, it's because in their brain they know that he did that because of something they were lacking. And instead of coming out and saying, I and holding themselves accountable for his actions, right? Because 9 times out of 10, men aren't going to just cheat the first day you do something. It takes time. So you might do something on a Monday. The next Monday, he'll say something to you, whatever the case may be. You might do it on Tuesday. He'll let you keep doing it. And then eventually he's like, you know what? She just don't listen. Okay, cool. I love this woman. This woman we have great things outside of this. Everything that we have outside of this is perfect. She just doesn't listen. I love her so much. That I'm not going to force her to do what she doesn't want to do. And I'm going to find my outlet here. And I'm going to come back and continue to do what it is I'm doing. Because most men that are cheaters are providers. They're financially okay. And for the most part, there are that percentage where it's, the trash dudes cheating. Yeah. But most men that are cheating are usually taking care of business. So women only find out because they get nosy.
So the crazy thing is, I completely understand. I get what you're saying, and
sounds crazy.
I don't want to admit it, but it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
In a way, it does make sense. However, I still, it makes a lot of sense, right? So I'm not gonna combat it. I'm just gonna say in addition to, I don't agree, probably because I'm a female.
Yeah, no, right. That's
probably right.
I got you. If you can't walk backwards, right? If you can't walk backwards, but the way you walk forward is beautiful.
Yeah,
I love to see you walk away from me, but you can't walk backwards.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna find somebody that can walk backwards so I can see them from the front, and I'm gonna let you continue to walk forward so I can see you from the back. Make sense?
You are crazy as hell.
Makes sense though, right?
It technically does.
I'm allowing you to be you. That's what women want. Why don't you just let me be me?
The crazy
part is, why don't you love me for me? Cool, I'm gonna love you for you, but I'm going to cheat.
See, this is my thing. I feel like with my man, I feel like it's so different. I feel like there's a difference between someone saying like someone saying to you this isn't a good trait or quality that you have, or this isn't a good decision making pattern you have, or these aren't good decisions you've made, whatever the case is, right? So this is the way you could, if you want to be better, and if you're choosing to be better, this would be an alternative method. This would be something a little bit better for you to do instead of this. So then it comes down to women do what they want. Because I know for me, there were certain things that just little habits or whatever,
right,
where it was just I'm oh, okay. And it's not like this person was change. This person was well, hey, if you do it this way, then this gets easier, and this gets easier, and this gets easier, and then everything flows. And I'm just
communication, the
communication, but also the care, the unconditional love enough to want me to be the best person I could be.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And when someone wants you to be the best person you can be, they are going to tell you the hard parts. You're just gonna have to work through them. You're gonna accept them or you don't. So that's why I was saying that in the beginning. I feel like someone could say, you can speak up for how you feel and be like, hey, this is how I feel about this. This is how I feel about this. And if they're not accepting that and not caring enough about how you feel enough to change or at least adjust, depending on what the situation is, you should be willing to bend in a relationship. If someone says this makes them feel uncomfortable, you should be able to bend, adjust, change a little bit to make that person that you claim you love so much feel more comfortable. So I feel like it's about one, how you say it, and two, the suggestions. You can't tell someone, hey, go to Columbia, go drive a car to Columbia right now, and not give them a roadmap. That sounds crazy. Not Columbia. But
Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Here we go. Columbia, South Carolina.
You can't do that without giving them a map. So it's if you're telling a woman that she needs to change, tell her how it will benefit her if she does change. Give her some tips on how to change, on why she should change, and how it's affecting you. And those 3 to 5 things should be enough if she really loves you and cares about you for her to be and if she really loves and cares about herself. Because if she loves and cares about herself, she's going to want to change. And if she loves and cares about you, she's going to want to change. Okay. And it's not an overnight thing. It's a long process, but it happens and it works,
I like that.
It's just a lot of patience and stuff. But I do understand what you're saying too. Yeah. But I just want to throw out there, people have to want to, like you said, women do what they want and people do what they want. And if you're
people, period. Men are going to do what they want.
Yeah.
If a man wants to cheat, he'll
going to cheat.
If a man wants to lie, he'll lie. Same thing with women. But
but if they want to change, then they will. But if they want to change,
then they want to change. it takes the right push. You know what I'm saying? Like it does. Like for me personally, it took a girl to tell me that she wanted a man that was stable and had was stability and security. That changed my whole perspective of life.
Yeah.
Because I said, wait, I got money. I'm buying stuff. I think I'm stable.
Yeah.
That's not stability.
Yeah.
Then you know what I'm saying? You start learning what stability is, what providing actually is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you start learning these things. So it's all like, you know, if you want to learn, the right person will bring that push out of you.
Keyword if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But most of us, you know, are looking for a complimentary piece. Mm-hmm. So if I'm not good with my money, I'm gonna be with somebody that's good with money.
Exactly.
So I could just let them be good with the money. Yeah. Like if I get into a relationship, she has to be financially smart because I'm a spender.
Yeah, I think it makes sense because your relationship.
I don't want to get better. Like I'm gonna tell her like, don't teach me how to properly do certain things. No, that's your job. You do that.
That's what you. Because every relationship I trust you and I have faith in you.
That's why you're here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about, though. Balance. Yeah. Like every relationship should have that balance. Like if you're not good with this, and then eventually habits rub off on each other. You'll start learning, and you'll just start being like making better decisions and that sort of thing. So, you guys, this ends up being a crazy convo. But overall, the answer from us was no. We should not normalize women proposing to men. But you guys let us know in the comments. Should we normalize women proposing to men? Let us know. And if your answer is yes, just let us know why. Because, healthy dialogue is good. I'm here for it.
Perspective is beautiful.
Listen, we need all the perspectives, all the things. So we're about to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got a few more wild card topics for you. And then we have our game, Pick a Struggle. So you don't want to miss this. Make sure you guys stay locked in. Because once you locked in, ain't no switching up. We'll be right back.
Oh, look at you. I like that one.
Oh, yeah, that's
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Pink Lee from the Ranting Raving Podcast, and today we have a Ranting Raving review to blow your mind. We are talking about the must-try meal from none other than Chef Shiz. You might have seen him on Fox 29, interviewed by Mike Greenrich, where he dropped that Alfredo is his specialty, and after seeing those clips, we knew we had to try it. So we ordered the salmon Alfredo and the shrimp Alfredo, and let me tell you something, we were not disappointed. Let's take a look at that shrimp. Just look at the texture, that perfect sear. Each piece was juicy, seasoned to perfection, and bursting with flavor. The sauce, thick, creamy, but not overwhelming. Super flavorful, and the fresh spinach added a nice, healthy touch. Now the salmon, same story. Juicy, seasoned beautifully, super fresh. Both dishes had us hooked. Oh, and the packaging? Sturdy enough just to handle that delivery. No spills, straight up deliciousness, and the comfort of your home. So you mean to tell me you haven't tried Chef Shiz yet? What are you waiting for? Tap in with him today. The Alfredo, amazing. And that leads me to believe that everything on the menu is top notch. Make sure you guys tap into Chef Shiz. Ranting Raving Reviews has to give it a 10 out of 10.
All right, welcome back to the Ranting Raving Podcast. We have one more wild card before we get into the Pick a Struggle game. So I'm going to draw this card and hope it's a good one. All right. What was the pinnacle of wealth to you as a child? Forgot about this question. So this was weird, right? I was hoping we didn't pick this one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I didn't really think about money.
Yeah.
I just knew I had what I needed. I had what I wanted. Like, I shout out to my parents for that. I literally never wanted there was one thing I didn't get 1 year, and then my mom ended up getting it like 2 years later. Like, it was like a secret password journal, the one you used to be able to talk into. Yeah. I would have wanted it so bad. And I think they sold out that year. My mom got it, like, not the next year, but the year after. Like, I didn't even care about it. But she, like, just got it just because she knew. There was never anything I asked my parents for that I did not get. Like, it just was like that. So, shout out to them because they were amazing. But, yeah, I didn't really, like, think about money. But you know what? I do remember watching the movie Richie Rich.
Okay.
And being like, dang, He could just like, you know what I mean? Like, dang, he could just do whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
Yeah,
like
any given moment.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, but that was probably the pinnacle of love.
That was like fantasy though. That was like, it didn't seem real.
I don't know that as a kid, I was very, very sheltered as a kid.
I was too, so it was kind of like...
I probably believed it. I don't remember thinking like it was too much fantasy. I was just like, oh, that would be so... My parents need to get their stuff together. Like,
yeah, that's how I used to think like that too. Like, you know, like I just...
Like, that's so ridiculous to think, but like, yeah, especially now being a parent, it's like, what? Like, but yeah, I think maybe like Richie Rich was like the pinnacle of... I never really thought about how much things... I mean, I guess no, these kids now, they know how much stuff costs.
No, they know, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it was like back then, but nowadays they know.
McDonald's, we wanted McDonald's, like we wanted simple stuff. These kids want like real things.
They want all like these
real stuff.
All these daggone games that cost so much money. Like, they'll know, like my son will know how much the game costs, and he'll know how much it is with tax. Yeah. And he'll let you know, like, okay, it's this much, but it's gonna be this much with tax. But guess what, Mom? I got these points that's gonna knock the game off a couple of dollars because I didn't got these points. So you might as well just get it for me. Like, that's how he gets strategic.
Trying to make it make sense.
Right. He makes it make sense for me so much to the point where I'm like, well, I love a good deal. Like,
you gotta get it. That's how my son does the same thing.
His deal. He done got it. He do the same thing. Like, it's like
my son kind of the same way a little bit. It's like, you know, he said it the other day when we were just walking. He was like, "Damn, Dad." He was like, "Dad, I'm kind of spoiled, aren't I?" I was like, "Yeah."
He knows.
And then we walked past the store. He's like, "Can we go in the store?" I was like, "Sure." Like, he's like, "Can I get this?" I was like, "Go ahead." He's like, "Can I get that?" I was like, "Go ahead." He's like, "Can I get this?" I was like, "Go ahead." He was like, "Can I get that?" I was like, "No." He's like, "All right, well, since I can't get that, can I get this?" I was like, "Go ahead."
Yeah, like
it was like, yo, it's like I can't say no to. I can't. It's hard for me to say no because he doesn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So like for me to say no, you can't have McDonald's fries and nuggets. Yeah. It's like.
Yeah,
like, you know, like
it's simple things, and I always think about the fact that kids are only kids once.
Yeah,
and I also think about the fact that my kids and other people's kids too. Just like you think about how well your kids do, like how well they are in school, how well behavior, how they are. If you have other kids, how much of a good sibling they are. You know, how they're just respectful. Like you think about like everything they are as a child, and you're like, wow, my kid is actually a good kid. He deserves this. Because I grew up on the honors system. Like we always got what we wanted because we always did what we were supposed to. We went to church. We didn't really talk back like that. Our grades were good. We did good in sports. We did good in anything extracurricular we had going on. Like we were just like good. And so we knew that if we were good and we did what our parents wanted us to do, there was nothing that we couldn't have. Like every Tuesday when them CDs dropped, I knew I was going to Best Buy. I knew I was going to FYE. I knew I was getting the little Bow Wow or the B2K or whatever it was. I already knew I was going to be able to get it
good
because
times.
You know, right. Super
I had Bow Wow's first album.
Same.
Me and my bros were in 5th grade. We was in 5th grade. It was my bro. I think it was Tyree's birthday. It was Tyree's birthday. My bro Tyree. It was his birthday, and me, him, and this kid named Matt Lance. In the county, we know everybody by first and last name. That's how we talk about people.
Yeah, especially if there's more than one of Matt or one Ash. Yeah.
So Tyree was having a birthday party. We was over there. We had the 64. We was playing GoldenEye, Super Mario, all of those. And then his mom came in with like a gift, and he unwrapped it, and it was Bow Wow's "Beware of the Dog" CD.
Oh yeah, when
we played that joint all night. I mean, when we played Puppy Love like 100 times. Oh,
I love Puppy Love.
It's man, those are simple good times, man.
That's
good times,
crazy.
Man.
Don't take me back because I
good
definitely
times.
listen.
That's when girls used to have NSYNC on the wall. You know what I'm saying? You used to get jealous because Usher was on there with his shirt off like this and shit.
And you were like Team NSYNC or Team Backstreet Boys. There was like a divide. Yeah, and it was like, clearly, can we just say the Team NSYNC won? Since it was such a debatable situation, ladies.
But Bye 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 is that work, though. Bye 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 is that work.
But that's NSYNC. Bye 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 is NSYNC.
That's NSYNC?
Yeah, that's NSYNC.
Oh, I thought that was Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys is like I Want It That Way or Everybody Rock Your Body.
Oh yeah,
or
no.
Yeah.
We don't rock with the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, like I liked Backstreet Boys, but NSYNC was just.
It was the name. It was the name. Backstreet Boys. It was just off of me. It was if Pauls was out back then.
No Diddy, no Diddy.
Backstreet Boys would have been a no diddly. You know what I'm saying? No diddler. You know what I'm saying? No diddler on the Backstreet Boys.
I was definitely an NSYNC
No boys should be on the back street talking about bye.
I was really a B2K girly, but
B2K was
that was a
all I
after.
do.
No, that was B5.
No, that was bump. B5 was better. B5 was better than all of them.
No, they weren't. What?
B5 was like Boys to Men for the young boys, bro.
They on a citywide tour right now.
All I do is think of you. Day and night, that's all I do.
The little light skin with the curly hair. He was killing it with the high vocals.
He said, I can't wait to get to school each day so you can pass my way. And then what he say? And bells start to ring. What? Come on now. I was walking through like, and then my heart to sing. What? Come on now.
Wait, why was people in the 90s and R&B's always reaching for air? Like, that was such a thing.
Come back. You know what I'm saying? It's like every girl that the 90s boys had was leaving them, so they come back.
If you didn't reach, you wasn't nothing.
It was the hand motions.
You gotta reach, or you ain't got nothing going on for yourself.
Reach out, grab, bring back.
Bring back quickly, swiftly.
Reach, grab, bring back.
Y'all see the tutorial.
You know what I'm saying? That's
now
what it
you know
is.
how to do it.
So all the R&B singers out there, you know what I'm saying? Bring back the hand motions. Bring back the...
no. You know who...
all of those. Like, you gotta bring them back.
Almost Famous?
Yeah, yo, he be doing that.
Shout out to Almost Famous.
He be
Almost
in his
Famous
bag.
be killing it with the moves. I be like, teach me. Shoot.
He been doing that since I first seen him years ago.
The Wu-Tang.
Like, he spin moves.
Yes,
he
be on point with it.
Like,
and he be on point with it.
Like, I don't know if he out here doing it, but he might as well add a split to it. For real, the spin move with the split and to get back up.
Almost Famous. Shout out to you. If you do that split,
that's what he do. That's what he do.
If you do that split, I'ma lose my mind. Cause he really be right, and then it be on beat, it be on point.
Then he
I'm like, okay, Mario.
Then he step like this.
Yes,
like he
really be giving y'all like the dance and the singing. Cause not everybody can give you all that. You don't always get that. Sometimes you get a little. Yeah. And who's the other one? I can't remember. Shout out to Almost Famous. Almost Famous. I can't even think of everybody, but yeah, he be like,
almost Chris Brown.
A little bit.
Almost cousin. Almost Chris Brown. You know what I mean?
That's
just like
that's your cousin? Is that your cousin? Let us know. But
you know what I'm saying? Or Marion. You know what I'm saying? Almost a Marion.
But let us know. I don't know how we got here, guys. This is how organic conversation works. But let us know in the comments, what was the pinnacle of wealth to you as a child?
Oh, that's what the question was.
That was the question.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was my pinnacle of wealth.
Oh, wow.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I always wanted my dad to live somewhere in California, super rich, and he'd come back and come get me. You know what I'm saying? Or I have famous family somewhere else. I always used to be mad at my mom. Like, why I only got no rich family? Where's the rich family
at? Her.
We're rich in our soul. Well, that don't do nothing for this PlayStation 2 I'm trying to get.
I was trying to see if a family.
My soul can't pay bills, all right?
Soul can't pay bills. No, really though. But y'all let us know in the comments. So we're about to get in a pick a struggle. It is on you to pick your struggle. I'm gonna switch them up like this. We don't even know what's going on.
Let's pick a struggle.
We don't even know.
This is how privileged we are in America. We can pick a struggle.
Yeah.
That is privilege. That's American privilege right there.
Like, you want to be ugly or you want to be mean? I'm just kidding.
No. Hold on. Before we get into that, that's a struggle. Because you can't be ugly and mean.
So I met someone who was like,
come on now.
Who was like, and ugly doesn't mean that you're like facially challenged, like people will say. Ugly means you don't take care of yourself. Ugly means you got up and it don't look like you brushed your teeth. It don't look like you took a shower.
That's a bad
because
drawing.
someone could be like maybe not your cup of tea, but they like put themselves together and they look nice to where like, okay, like, all right, whatever. But someone could be like naturally attractive and they don't put themselves together. You like, ugh.
Yeah.
So, but I ran into someone who was like that. Like they just didn't have themselves put together. And they were mean on top of that. And I was just like, and I was just like, yo, I'm like very, very much reformed, very, very much like working on the best person I can be. Right. Please don't take me back you know, into a situation that's going to land you like hospital, the morgue, like all types of places. Like we didn't have to go there. So, you know, let's just not do that. Yeah. And it ended up being cool, but that's what brought me to when I went to pick a struggle, I was like, yeah, just like that old heifer. She had to pick a struggle between me and me, ugly and mean, and she's struggling with both right now. Like, girl, you struggling. Shout out to you, girl. Struggling.
Seriously,
girl.
though, you can't. It's like you can't be those two. That's definitely true.
That's like the worst combination.
Like, you cannot.
Like, there's this girl at the liquor store who we always when I go to buy my pink drink stuff, she's always there, and she's not very attractive. Like, yeah, she's terrible, and like, but she's so sweet that it makes you forget about all that. Like, she's so nice. She's always calling people baby and honey, sweetie.
She's smart,
sexy. Like,
she's smart though. She's smart because remember, all right. So it's 2024. Like, everybody's delusional in 2024.
Everybody's delusional.
But at a time where people weren't delusional, it was like, you know, if you weren't the most physically attractive person, you owned that. You know, girls be like, I ain't the best looking, but I cook a mean dish.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Or I ain't the best looking, but I do this and I keep a man. You know what I'm saying? Now girls is like, I'm bad. I'm a baddie. No, you're not. You're just bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And then your attitude is like you're
worse.
A 10. So it makes you worse than what it is you are. Like, you're a solid 3. Literally. Own your 3. Be funny. Cause ugly dudes used to say that. I mean, I ain't like you other boys, but I got money.
Yeah.
Ugly dudes own their ugliness. I mean, I'm ugly, but I'm funny.
Or you have the thing. You have the thing now too, where girls will do that thing where it's like, or guys too, and it'll be like, they know that they're like physically attractive, or like they know that they're not like ugly, and they'll just be like, I'm ugly AF, like.
I don't like that.
And it'll just be like, you just want people to get on there and say that you're not ugly.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
But that's it. Again, that would make a girl personality. That would make her personality ugly.
Ugly, right?
Because you don't even believe what you know you are.
Right. And you really,
you know what I'm
just want
saying?
people
That's
to tell
scary
you.
for me, because now I have to continue. If I'm gonna be with you, I have to validate that nonstop.
Yeah.
You need to be validated, comfortable in your own skin. You know what you are 1 through 10 on a social scale.
Yeah.
Every single person, whether they voice it or they don't voice it, knows what their quote unquote number would be if they were put in front of 10 random people.
That's true.
Every single person knows, but it's how you carry it that changes your number.
Right.
You could be a stone cold 3 shorty, but be a 10 to me because you have a great personality.
Right.
Because you're kind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're thoughtful. You can be a 10 and not be thoughtful. Yeah. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but you can be a dime piece and not be thoughtful.
No, that sounds completely normal, because
like, you can't be a 1 and not be thoughtful. You're not going to keep a man.
You know this, like, this soft girl era thing? Do you know what it means?
The math don't be mathing, but please enlighten me.
I can't enlighten you. I was hoping you was going to enlighten me.
I can tell you what they tell me. The soft girl era is right now. A lot of women feel as though they're in their masculine, and their masculine is really just being an adult, but they call it a masculine thing.
But I tell y'all, go ahead.
Right? So masculinity for women is adulting for men. Right? Mm-hmm. So when a woman says, she wants to be in her soft girl era, right? It's our job as men to bring out your femininity. What you're saying is, you're currently doing a bunch of things you really don't want to do, and you're looking at me to do it for you so you don't have to do it. That's all you're saying. You basically want me for help.
So I'm so glad you were
That's the soft girl era. It's just help. It's just, I need help.
Every week, there's a question, there's a topic, there's a scenario that comes up. And every week I go, I'm talking crap about the soft girl era because I can't readily identify what it is.
Oh, it's a real thing, though.
But yeah, it's a real thing.
Like,
but
women are really in their masculine. We as men are not, like, as a unit. Not individually, because some of us are doing what we're supposed to do. But as a unit, we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. A lot of things that women have the responsibility of doing on top of their woman things, shouldn't necessarily be doing it.
I understand.
But the climate of the world right now of the United States is it has to be that way.
Yeah.
That's what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted equality.
But I also, that's
so
what
we gave it to y'all. Y'all got it.
I also feel like choices play into that as well.
Yeah.
But
no, big deal. Choices.
Yeah, choices. But I always feel like the soft girl era is like kind of like just wanting a man to take care of you because you don't want to work or because you don't want to like whatever. And I wasn't sure, but I'm glad to hear someone else.
Just tired. It's not that you don't want to do it. You're just tired. Like you're tired.
But a man.
That's all.
Yeah, I feel that, but I also feel like some girls are tired. Some girls just don't want to. There's like both, right?
But I blame either the father or the absence of a father for that because
it's that, and it's also it's also other men who like constantly like do the flex. Like I was saying, it's a circle, right? So you have guys who flex money to get girls. Oh yeah, and then you have girls who like prey on money to and get or prey on guys to get money,
right?
And then it's just a cycle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like it's no one's fault. Like you can't tell whose fault it is. It's just the way it is. But I agree with you there. But I also agree with you that like what you were just saying about the absence of a father.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. And I also feel like they're learning from their mom. Mm-hmm. Like people who don't grow up with a dad, I feel like they're more masculine because their mothers are more masculine only because they have to be. Yes. And that person doesn't necessarily have to be, but they are going to be influenced by their mother. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be more masculine because when you were saying just now, you were like a man, they were looking for a man to bring out their femininity, and I don't think a man brings out your femininity. I think a man can bring out certain parts of your femininity, but a man can't. If you aren't like introduced to it or haven't been around it growing up.
What would you call femininity?
Femininity, I would say on just like how to conduct yourself as like a lady, not as a woman, but just as a lady. Like those things, like on how you speak, when to speak. Like if certain things like cooking and cleaning, I think are. I'm not going to bring those up because I think those are like gender fluid.
Yeah, they're fluid.
Yeah, like I think that men should be able to cook and clean for themselves. Like probably not.
It's just being an adult.
It's just being an adult, right? Yeah, and that's what it comes down to.
Is just being an adult.
Yeah, that's why I don't like when people bring up that when it comes to feminine energy because that's not necessarily feminine, but just knowing when to speak and how to speak, knowing how to dress and what to wear in certain places, how to carry yourself, like those things, awareness. Those things are femininity and like discernment, like it's certain big. Yeah, there's big. Just like certain things that are feminine. And certain things that are masculine. Like I said, we have them both all honest, but like your mother is gonna be the one that shows you. Like my mom always served my dad his plate, like forever. Like she cooked every night. Like unless we went out to eat, she cooked every single day. So that's in me to cook every day. That's in me to serve my man his plate. You know what I mean? Certain things. So what I'm saying is that like certain things a man can't bring out of a woman if it was never implemented in her in the first place. Right. So if she never had that instilled in her growing up, she's never gonna know. So that's kind of what I was more getting at with that. Like that makes sense. Mom, you know what I mean? If their mom has a man in the house, she's probably going to be being able to live in her feminine energy. So so the daughter is going to see that and be like, hey, this is how a woman conducts herself. But like if a father isn't in the house, then a man, you know what I mean?
It has the same effect on men. Like I grew up in a dominant, like my mom's very dominant. Mm-hmm. So when I had my biological father, but I had a stepfather like, after 8 years, he came around, right? Stepfather. And even my mom, she was still dominant with him in the house. So as I got older, you're looking for a woman that's dominant. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for a woman that understands, that sees the bigger picture before you see it. Right. And then, you get into your later 20s. That's where it starts to become a little conflict of interest because you don't know what stability is. You don't know what it means to provide because you didn't see it. You seen your mom do it. Right. So that's why most men are looking for a woman to be a provider, but also a nurturer because they seen their mom provide as well as nurture that same man that didn't do anything in the house. Wow. So they grow up and they're like, all I got to do is just be here. You know what I'm saying? I just got to go to work maybe for a few hours of the day. come home, I'm gonna get a meal, because that's what they seen their moms doing.
Yeah.
And then now they're not getting that, they're not seeing that, and you know that's not how it was supposed to be. So when you turn about 30, like 29, 30, women are demanding a little bit more from you, things that you don't know nothing about, like stability, security, being a provider. You know what I mean?
That's
Being a protector. You know protection as like, yo, like if some harm come to you, I got you.
Yeah.
Protection is preventative care as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So protection is putting you and her in in situations where you don't have to worry about certain things. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true.
It's you don't know these things until you meet a woman, right? That is trying to bring those things out of you. So like a woman can bring out the masculinity in a man. And a woman can teach a man how to get in touch with his masculinity, and a man can direct and lead a woman in a way where she can learn how to be more feminine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Women,
there's gotta be
the
some
direction,
plans, but yeah.
men, you have to be a little bit more stern with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know?
And also, I feel like I don't know if this is true. I just feel like this is something I'm feeling. I feel like it's easier for a man to bring, it's easier for a woman to bring to bring masculinity out of a man than it is for a man to bring femininity out of a woman. And I say that because, and I only say that because, like a man, there's almost an innate thing in them to protect. Right? To provide certain things is like in them, right? Okay. It's almost like even if you're with your homegirl, like even if you're just with your homegirl, you guys are outside, something happens, you're almost like bound to like you naturally just like
that's how I am. With my homegirls, I'm like, yo, like
something happens, you're gonna like be like, oh, you good because she's a female. So it's almost like but you wouldn't be thinking that way if there wasn't a female with you. So if there's a female that you're romantically invested in, then you're almost like not obligated, but you're almost, it's just an innate like instinct to protect. What do you say?
The obligation word.
Yeah, like I don't want to say
I run from obligations.
Yeah, I don't want to say
the
obligated.
The only obligation is obligations I choose to have. Like
a
kid, that's an obligation.
Yeah.
Bills, obligations.
Yeah.
I don't want none of no other obligations.
Well, I guess
I need a choice.
Are you saying that because you think like people will sometimes like make you feel like you're obligated to do things that you're absolutely
if
not?
I have a girlfriend, I'm obligated to provide, protect, and do all of these things for her. So let's strip that title.
Well, it depends. I feel like that depends.
So I ain't obligated. I want to do stuff for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I have to.
You have to, right?
You know what I mean? The feeling like I have to is like, I'd rather not.
No, I feel that. I feel like that's like pressure. I feel like that's a normal human pressure. Yeah, I feel like that's like a human thing. But I feel like you should want, that's what I feel about it. You should want to do for your significant other. Like, I don't know, if I see something small, it could be like a candy that this person maybe talked about and they haven't been able to see it for a while, and I happen to be in a rando store and I see it. I'm gonna grab and be like, remember this? Oh my God, remember you did?
Oh, that's cute.
You know, but I feel like you should want to do little things and just whatever. I don't know.
Like little cute stuff.
Yeah, I'm a lover girl. Jesus. So we're gonna get into this pick and struggle because we about to wrap up.
Yeah, let's pick and struggle. Let's pick and struggle, y'all. Let's pick and struggle.
It's on you. We're gonna do one. We're gonna do one. Yeah.
Let's pick and struggle.
I can only imagine what you picked up.
I already know what I'm gonna pick though. Would you rather be extremely broke with good health and attractive, or extremely wealthy, out of shape with bad health, and why? If this was 10 years ago, I would pick extremely wealthy, out of shape with bad health, and I would pick that because the climate, you know what I mean, during that time is, you know, you got to be getting to it. 10 years ago, you had to be getting to it. Nowadays, I could survive and find love and find somebody to take care of me if I'm extremely broke with good health and I'm attractive. That's most households now, you know? 82% of the households in Philadelphia are ran by a woman. 82% of the households are ran by a woman, which means a lot of dudes is extremely broke with some type of bad health, and they attractive enough where they getting taken care of. I'll take that in 2024. 10 years ago, era. I'll take the other stuff because then I can pay to get my health good. And then I could probably get some surgeries or something, trick a little bit and survive. Nowadays, if I'm just broke with great health, number one, we're going to have some great kids. And if I'm attractive, they're going to look good. And all you got to do is go to work. Shorty, you good. Give me a PS5 and I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now in 2024, I would rather be extremely broke with good health and attractive. Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down, I'm taking that. They winning.
It's the health for me.
The broke ones is winning. Like, they winning right now.
That's what I'm hearing from people.
They winning.
That's what the internet says.
Right. I can't find me a woman like not smart enough to just let me not, like, where do they find these women at?
I think that they get them. I think they get them while they're like in a vulnerable place or when they're young.
Okay, that's smart.
And they kind of like grow with them.
That's smart. Get them vulnerable. Young.
Yeah.
These young girls is they.
No, but I'm saying like when they're both young.
Oh, when they both young.
Yeah, like you kind of have that person and then you come back around and you're like, oh.
Yeah, you know, I say this all the time. I don't want to get too far, but I say this all the time. We had a time period where women were dealing with the thorough guys, right? Mm-hmm. It was the line between thorough and like weird in a sense, and then women started wanting more from the thorough guys around like the age of 25. Like, I want more. Why can't we be together? Family. They feel like the clocks is ticking, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then they like, you don't want this. And we as thorough dudes is like, it's not that we don't want it. We just don't want it right now. And they wanted it right now. So then they went and tried something different with a weirdo. And now they had that baby. They started that family, and now 8 years later, they like, I need something real. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of hard to get real when you kind of abandoned the real for the weird.
Yeah, you wanted to rush things instead of letting it go.
And now you're looking like, why come the real and the thorough don't want me, and I keep attracting weirdos? Yeah. It's because,
And it also it comes with like, you're also like, after you get to a certain age, after you have a kid or two with this person, now you're going back out into the dating field, like
rough.
Like kind of like down a couple points.
Yeah, And not saying that being and because I'll get killed. Like, I'll get killed if this clip was to come out. Like, oh yeah, I'm a single mom. Being a single mother doesn't disqualify you from dating. But being a single mom and not understanding your reality will disqualify you from a lot of men, from getting a lot of men. You know what I'm saying? That you actually want.
Because a lot of men have kids too. So it's not like you're just coming to the relationship with the only one who have kids. But it's like, be realistic.
It's the delusion and the demands of what it is you're asking for, and you're coming into the table with obligations that we have no control over.
You don't like them. Look, the obligation keep coming. Legit, keep coming up. He don't like the obligation.
Yeah, so it's like,
I feel that though.
You know that you're coming in. You're coming into a situation with an obligation to a man who may not have that obligation or that level of responsibility for an obligation like that.
Absolutely.
And you're putting that on him. Then you have to be a little bit more submissive. Yeah. You're going to have to be nice. You're going to have to have less of an attitude. Like, it's kind of like that 10 that can carry it a certain way. Yeah. And then that 5 that kind of got to like, I got to take this.
I feel like it's easier to have, like, just, I don't know. We're not going to do another pick and struggle, so we could continue this conversation. I just feel like.
What was the other one? Can we just look at it, see what it was?
Yeah.
What were the other
Actually, we could do it. Let's do
it. I don't want to talk too much on the single mom. They're going to kill me.
No, shout out to the single
moms, man. I love them, man. I love y'all.
Shout out to single moms. I have kids.
Like, keep doing your thing. Keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, be realistic in your demands and your wants, and understand that you come with an obligation that some men, obligation that you're not going to allow those men to have authority over. So men don't want to have obligation over something they don't have any authority over. Yeah. So if you're going to not give any authority of him being able to not necessarily hit your kids, but discipline them, talk to them, help them grow and stuff like that, then don't be with a man.
As an adult,
don't bring your children around.
As bringing adult into a household, as bringing another adult into a household where the kids are being raised, that person has to have authority to discipline them. I'm not saying physical discipline. That's
being able to
up
talk
to your
them,
discretion,
guide them.
but they have to respect them as an adult in the household, because if they don't respect them, then that means that you're losing your kid already. Because if they can't respect someone who you're telling them to respect, they're not going to follow laws. They're not going to listen to their teachers. They're not going to be able to grow and proceed in life the way they should. If your kids can't follow rules as kids, they won't follow laws as adults.
Facts.
And you're going to find
same thing goes with single fathers. Yeah. Like, it's understand your climate, understand that you're coming into it with an obligation, and a lot of us are afraid of obligation. We don't like to be forced to do things. I don't want to have to feel like if I take you out on a date, I gotta buy you and a doggy bag for your kid. I shouldn't have to do that. Much, though. But wait, some women require that.
How do you feel? Hold on. So this was the question. Right. We're gonna use
Would
it
you
again.
rather?
Don't say that.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, save that one. That's a great one.
But
that's a great one right there.
But
wow.
I feel like with the kids. I mean, what were we just talking about? Dang. We're just saying about the kids.
I just bringing them. Damn.
Doggy bag. So, okay, yes, that's what actually. So, do you feel like if you take a woman on a date and she has kids, do you feel obligated, or do you feel like it is an obligation in general? And do you personally feel obligated to pay for their kid's babysitter?
No. No, at all. They're not mine. They're not my responsibility.
But you know, I agree with you.
I want to take you out. If you can't do it tonight, then we'll just go in the night. You can go out.
I agree with you, but do you know there are women out there who are saying, well, if you want me, I'm a package with my kid and you have to pay for my kid.
But I don't know if I want you. I want to take you on a date to see if I want you.
That part. So
I don't know if I want you, so that's why I'm getting to know you.
Let's keep the scenario going. So now you guys have been on like 4 or 5 dates.
Okay.
And you guys are vibing, like talking every day, text in the morning, call at night.
Good
like
mornings,
y'all really,
good nights, and all that.
Yeah,
all
like
that,
and throughout the day. So y'all really vibing.
What you doing? Okay.
No, more than what you doing. It's like y'all really
talking. Like
y'all talking.
I'm feeling her.
You feeling her.
Okay. I'm feeling her.
Do you now feel obligated to pay for her?
No. I feel you. I don't feel you, kids. What? If a girl introduced me to her kid, now at my age, if a girl introduces her kids within the first 6 months, I'm gone. I'm red flagging.
Yeah, I agree. You should.
I don't need to know your children. I don't want to get close to them. I don't need nothing.
Yeah.
Responsibility with no authority is a sucker's life.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for your children, but I have no authority over your children.
Yeah.
That is a sucker.
Yeah, it is. And it's just like, it's not healthy for kids to see either.
It's like being with a girl and you have no authority over her in a sense.
Yeah.
You can't tell your girl not to do something and she understands that you're saying something to help her and she doesn't listen to you. You're a sucker.
That's a fact.
It's a sucker's lifestyle. Responsibility and no authority is a sucker's lifestyle.
From a female's perspective, if you don't listen to your man and you know he has your best interest at heart, you kind of a sucker too.
If you don't listen to him, that means you don't think he has your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
You don't really believe that. But don't let your
insecurities and other things get into your head either, because sometimes you will have a good man and you will let outside opinions, insecurities, your girlfriends who can't keep a man or single, or even if they're in healthy relationships, like don't go talking to your girlfriends about your relationship.
What's a good man in 2024?
What's a good man?
Like, what is the good man?
I think a man that is respectful. I think a man that meets your needs, someone that you're compatible with. I think it's all based on like individual. Okay. I think it's based on individualism.
Okay.
So like I want to be the best person I can be. So my man wants to be the best person he can be, and he also wants me to be the best. So he's gonna help me, and I'm gonna help him, and we're gonna come together and be the best people we can be. Right? We're also gonna grow our brands, our business. Like there's so many things to do together. Okay. So that's my main focus. But that might not be the focus for homegirl down the street. Homegirl down the street might just want somebody around. Homegirl up the street, she might want somebody to pay all the bills and be around. And everybody wants something different. So I feel like whatever meets your needs and whatever you feel comfortable and whatever you can like, however you can be comfortable and grow. You know, there's going to be uncomfortability and growth, yes, but however you can be like, if this person, you really feel compatible with this person, you feel like you can reach your goals with this person not downplaying you, this person isn't abusing you, like physically, verbally, whatever. Like, there's so many different things. Like, if you have a person who you literally just like match with, vibe with, and connect with, you can kind of go from there. Now, if a person, I think that people who have the same goals, interests, hobbies, dreams, things of that nature should be together. I feel like that strengthens the relationship and strengthens the bond, but that's not always the thing. Sometimes people feel like opposites attract.
Right.
I think it depends on what field, what industry that you're in also. Like, it just all depends. There's so many different things, but I feel like a good man or a good woman is someone that is, it's all individually based. Yeah.
I agree.
Cause like my perfect man ain't so and so's perfect man, you know. Like, so
we
it's
all
just
look for
all
different
individual
things and
but I feel like we need to keep our eyes open when we're looking. We need to make sure that we're looking for the right things and we're not ignoring red flags. You know what they say, red flags look like Six Flags. But
that's my problem. That's all I look for.
Red flags.
Like, I look for the red flags. The moment one appears, I'm gone. Like, I have a zero tolerance thing. Like, I'm zero tolerance, and I have I'm too honest to the point where, you know, you may not have wanted to be better at that, but I'm honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm too honest to where people feel like I'm like mean.
Yeah.
Like, girls would be like,
people
you kind of mean.
People who are straightforward, who are blunt, people who don't bite their tongue, they are considered quote unquote mean. But I feel like sometimes those are the best people to have around you. Yeah. Because they're gonna tell you about yourself, but it's coming from a place of love. It just sounds telling them. It just sounds abrasive, but it's like literally just to help them. So take advice where needed.
They don't be liking that. They hate that. They really do. I saw the girl asked me not too long ago. We was out on a date. I guess it was a date. I didn't look at it as a date. I was just hungry. You know what I mean? I didn't want to eat by myself. So I was like, yo, you want to grab a bite to eat? Oh my God, you asking me on a date? Okay, if that's what you want to call it, cool. Like, okay. We get there and she's like, you must like me. I was like, no, I'm just hungry and wanted company. And she was like, all right, well, excuse me. And I was like, what's your problem?
Offended.
What's wrong? Oh, you just talk to anybody, just eat. Yeah, it's food. What do we Oh, so you don't value. What do you mean value? I value this food. That's why I came here. I didn't come here for you. I asked if you wanted to go. Like, me. You know what I mean? You could have said no. I didn't tell you, yo, we going here. If you don't go, I'm gonna kill you. You know? No, it's like, you know, I'm hungry. I'm about to go here. You want to go? Sure. All right, cool.
Because you bruised her ego.
Man, look, but don't have one.
You bruised that little ego.
Don't ask stupid questions. You know I like you if you're out. You know I like you enough to be in your presence. Yeah. Don't ask stupid questions. I'm gonna give you a stupid answer.
See, girls want their ego stroked as much as men. But the thing is, ego stroking is a masculine quality. But we're not gonna get too much.
We're not gonna talk too much. We're not gonna talk too much. If you know, you know.
We're just gonna leave it at that. But County Kravitz, this was such a good podcast.
Yeah, this is lit.
Thank you for coming on.
I like this.
We did have a good time at Sunset Vibes. Hopefully we'll get a sunrise vibe. That'll be lit.
Very soon.
Is there anything you want to leave the people with before we wrap up?
I just want to tell the people, enjoy the moments. Like I truly live in moments. Like, the possibilities of life come with the moments that are created and the moments that you share with people. So love the people that you're around, because the moments that you'll have, you're going to love the possibilities that come from them. If you're around people you don't love, you're not going to love nor like the possibilities that come from those moments. So surround yourself around people that not only you love, that you know love you back, and support those who support you. Don't focus on who doesn't support you. People that aren't there don't matter. The people that are there are the people that matter. You know what I'm saying? So, like, love yourself, love the people around you, and surround yourself around people that love you, because life is about love. Life is about possibilities. Life is about moments. So
That's facts.
Love
That's
it.
facts.
Love all of it.
Thank you so much for popping out to
You're
the
welcome.
podcast. You guys stay tuned with this episode. We have a new episode coming next week.
Oh,
Make
snaps.
sure you guys are following on Instagram at Stereotype Radio, at Ranting Raving Podcast, at PINKKLEE. PINKKDRINKKS. Get your pink drinks. Make sure you guys are subscribed on YouTube. We got clips coming out all the time. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So make sure you guys are tapped in. And make sure you guys are staying locked in, because you know once you locked in, ain't no switching
Ain't no
up.
switching
We'll
up.
see you next week. Yeah. Hi. My bad. Hey, what's up? Nah, I cannot. Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay.